Good afternoon. You're watching City News 24/7. I'm Faisal.
And I'm Melanie Ng. Win. That was the word spoken over and over by the Leafs management today.
And our Lindsay Dunn was there for the press conference. Lindsay, what are the main takeaways for you here?
Well, it's the same old song and dance. That's pretty much what I took out of this press conference, where you had MLSE CEO Keith Pelly, you had the president of the Leafs, Brendan Shanahan, and the team's GM, Brad Treliving. The only real takeaway that was significant is that Keith Pelly happened to be there. It is rare to have the MLSE CEO in attendance for a press conference for any of their teams. He addressed that, saying one of the reasons he was there is because he's only been on this job for 4 weeks. It's the first time he's been able to be a part of a press conference like this. They talked about, the chemistry and the unity of this team and how it's building towards something. But also they said winning was not good enough. The real takeaway, I thought, really was that Brendan Shanahan did not lose his job. Rather, many thought that him going into this press conference may have either stepped down or he would have been fired. He's been with the team for 10 years, and the real major takeaway from it all is that they've only advanced once out of the first round of the playoffs. Something that is preached over and over to fans is about patience, and this is what Shanahan had to say about that.
When you see patterns persist and the results don't change, you have to adjust the way that you think about things. We will look at everything this summer, and we will consider everything this summer. All with the intention of the one thing that we are here for, which is to make the Maple Leafs better and to win.
There is that win word. Okay, you noted, Lindsay, we heard from MLSE's Keith Pelly. This is rare. They talked about the commitment to fans. What were they saying?
Well, they understand the frustration coming from fans that this team continuously does not advance very far in the playoffs. It's usually only getting to the first round and then not advancing past it. Like I mentioned, they only advanced once in almost 20 years to the second round, and that was last season. So Keith addressed the fans and spoke about maybe the winning or not winning nature they've seen from this club.
Good is simply not good enough. I can assure you that is the collective position of ownership. And when I asked during the interview stage what was the definition of success to the owners, one of them immediately said emphatically, just win. It's not easy in a league where rules and regulations promote competitive balance, but where we can, we will provide our hockey operations with every resource to win.
Okay, Linz, some uncertainty there, but let's talk about something exciting that might have happened unexpectedly or announced unexpectedly today. Some exciting news for basketball fans here in Toronto. What can you tell us?
I can tell you that multiple sources confirming with City News and myself that Toronto will in fact get a WNBA expansion team in 2026. They will play at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. This follows years and months of speculation that this was going to happen, and also follows two unbelievably successful preseason WNBA games. The most recent played in Edmonton last week, and before that last year played in Toronto. Both of those games selling out in a matter of hours. The Toronto game was so successful that the merchandise that was available inside sold out before halftime. I had the chance just over a month ago to talk to the WNBA commissioner about the Toronto game, the rumors surrounding the city potentially getting its first franchise in the country, and why they would be a successful candidate.
From an expansion perspective, I mean, what we're looking for in any city or market we're talking to is a committed ownership group with a great arena situation, practice facility, player experience. Because you see in our free agency coming off that 2020 collective bargaining agreement, free agency is real now in the WNBA, and there's a lot of player movement and star player movement and player movement that leads to a championship, like when Candace Parker. Maybe there's more than these two super teams that have been talked about last year who ended up in our finals. So really excited.
I spoke to a WNBA spokesperson earlier today. They wouldn't confirm or deny anything, just saying that they are looking at expansion teams. An official announcement from the league is expected in the next couple of weeks. And to you both, for those until we have to wait for that official moment, the WNBA regular season starts on May 14th.
It's about time. Lindsay Dunn, thank you so much for this.
Anytime.